In the grand, predictable theater of human existence, we often find comfort in the belief that the world operates under a strict set of logical rules. We believe that gravity holds, that machines obey their programming, and that the mundane will remain, well, mundane. But every so often, the universe decides to peel back the curtain of reality and play a different, far more chaotic game. This is the chronicle of a single week in a town that logic seemingly forgot, a 48-hour window where the laws of probability didn't just bend, they shattered into 1,000 unrecognizable pieces. It began on a quiet Wednesday afternoon with a fleet of golf carts that appeared to develop a sudden, collective spiritual consciousness. Following a massive mechanical recall, the town watched in stunned silence as a single unmanned car detached itself from a parking lot and began a steady, determined journey across three intersections. It didn't crash, it didn't veer off course. Instead, it drove itself with surgical precision directly to the front doors of the local church, parking perfectly in a spot as if it were seeking sanctuary from its own technical flaws. This was no prank, it was a ghost in the machine, a mechanical pilgrimage that left investigators scratching their heads and residents crossing themselves in disbelief. As the news of the religious golf cart began to spread, the town's suburbs were hit by the next wave of the impossible. We have all grown accustomed to the bumbling nature of household robotics, the vacuum cleaners that get stuck on rugs or spin aimlessly in corners, but the runaway Roomba of Main Street was cut from a different cloth. In a daring escape that went viral within minutes, this domestic appliance didn't just leave its charging dock, it navigated through a peg door, crossed a busy property line, and proceeded to mow the neighbor's lawn with the meticulous care of a professional landscaper. Over 900 people watched the live feed in a state of hypnotic awe as the tiny robot transformed the chaotic backyard into a manicured masterpiece. Was it a glitch in the eye, or was it a machine finally tired of its domestic boundaries seeking a higher, more outdoorsy purpose? Kicking a higher before the town could even answer, the mechanical rebellion took an even more surreal turn at the local shopping mall. What started as a clumsy, everyday accident turned into one of the most significant financial discoveries in the town's history. A resident, reaching for their phone, accidentally dropped a single 25-cent quarter down the narrow gap of a moving escalator. In any other town, that quarter would be gone forever. But here, the coin jammed the massive industrial gears, grinding the entire mechanism to a screeching halt. When technicians arrived to strip back the heavy metal plates and inspect the damage, they didn't just find a bent coin, they uncovered a secret that had been literal inches beneath the feet of thousands of shoppers for years. Tucked away in the dark, greasy underbelly of the machinery was a hidden fortune, $34,000 in crisp, unaccounted for cash. A 25-cent mistake had unceremoniously revealed a life-changing hoard, leaving the police to wonder who had been using the mall's infrastructure as a private vault. Yet, the anomalies weren't restricted to machines and money. Even the local government seemed to get caught in the slipstream of absurdity. In an official press release that many initially mistook for an April Fool's joke, the town council announced that a local herd of feral goats had been officially certified as volunteer firefighters. Apparently, their ability to clear dry brush in record time was deemed more efficient than any modern machinery. Meanwhile, a local woman who had spent weeks mourning her stolen truck woke up to find it returned to her driveway in the middle of the night. It wasn't stripped for parts, and it wasn't damaged. Instead, the thieves had seemingly spent their time giving the vehicle a complete high-performance engine rebuild, returning it in better condition than the day it was taken. From a condemned grain elevator passing a safety inspection for reasons labeled as classified to a fleet of ice cream trucks that began playing their iconic songs backward in perfect synchronization. This was the week that proved reality is often just a suggestion.